Scott from Digital Fish with the action from this week's fishing trip. Our plan was to target some of the shallow reefs along the Hibiscus Coast with lures and then land on one of the nearby islands and deploy some bait and burley for some land-based fishing. It was looking good, with swell map predicting calm seas and clear skies. My fishing companion was Mandy Kupenga from the fishing show Get Your Fish On. That's what we were hoping for as we cast micro jigs and soft baits into the shallows. With the wind gently pushing us along at the perfect speed and the sun coming over the horizon, the fish started to wake up and hit the jigs just above the kelp. We snagged a few times, but didn't lose too much gear. Something a bit bigger grabbed my red and white lethal micro jig, and I kept on wondering if it was a snapper or kawai that I was playing. It turned out I was wrong on both counts, as a nice silvery trevally fought hard against me around the boat. Trevally can be notoriously difficult to land as they have very soft mouths and dislodge the hooks easily. I decided to grab him by the tail and managed to flick him into the boat. Mandy also managed to snag a trevally on a catch micro jig. I couldn't tell whether Mandy was really lucky or the trevally was really unlucky. Either way, it didn't really matter, it was still coming home for dinner. We moved on and headed for a nearby island to set up for some rock fishing. The sea was glassy calm and getting onto the rocks was a piece of cake. We were fishing skipjack tuna down the Burley Trail in very clear conditions. We were feeling hopeful with a favourable new moon phase suggested by the fishing calendar. A local school of yellowtail mackerel had sniffed out our burley and were taking full advantage of the fishy buffet sinking into the depths. With all this activity, we were confident something bigger would turn up. The usual small snapper hanging around with the mackerel were cleaning up our baits. Mandy had a very large predator follow her snapper close to the edge. It looked very sharky with a long tail, but at this time of year it possibly could have been a decent sized kingfish instead. We sent the drone up to check out the surrounding landscape. Unfortunately, this bigger snapper didn't come out to play today, so we headed back into the shallows along the coast for a bit more micro jigging. Mandy hooked up, but the fish went into the reef, so with some fish for dinner, we cruised home at the end of an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Scott from Digital Fish.